What's up, guys? I'm ExxotikGaming. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to some more Combat Master Mobile. It's been a little bit since the last time I made a video on this game, and I don't really understand why. I love this game. It is so much fun, and it's easily one of my favorite mobile first-person shooters that you can download right now for both iOS and Android devices. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the upcoming new update to Combat Master. It's very exciting because in just a few days from now, this game is going to be getting its new Season 2 updates. And Season 2 might bring a lot of new stuff to the table, but there is nothing more exciting than Battle Royale. Battle Royale has been talked about for a very, very long time by the Combat Master developers. We've seen teasers of it in their trailer. We've seen leaked screenshots by people working with the development team. And everything is telling us that it's probably coming very soon, possibly and hopefully in this new update, because if it doesn't come in this new update, then they've kind of lost their chance to release this at the perfect time. It is the perfect time right now, and we got to talk about why that is now. So the reason is because everybody is excited about Warzone Mobile. Warzone Mobile has all of the hype. It's a modern warfare, mobile, Warzone-style battle royale game, and it's freaking awesome, right? It's going to be huge when it comes out. It probably will be the biggest mobile first-person shooter of 2023, with a possible exception of Valorant Mobile. That might debatably be bigger than Warzone Mobile when that game comes out. It might not even come out in 2023. That game might come out in 2024, but at least for right now, for definite games that are coming out, Warzone Mobile will probably be the biggest one of 2023. And everybody's going to want to download that game when they're looking for a modern warfare, Call of Duty style battle royale game, right? Project Bloodstrike's out right now, and a lot of people are very excited about that game. People are making videos on it, but it's the same way with that game as all of the other NetEase games. People are super excited about it right now because they can't play Warzone Mobile yet. And the second Warzone Mobile comes out, I think over half of the people that play Project Bloodstrike are going to switch over to Warzone Mobile, because imagine how good Warzone Mobile is going to be when that game is fully polished. It looks good, it looks great, and it literally looks and feels exactly like the PC version of Warzone, but for mobile devices. People are going to want to play that over Project Bloodstrike. And, well, Combat Master Mobile is kind of in the same boat as Project Bloodstrike. They can release this early, ahead of time, capture all of the attention of its players right now because everybody is excited about Warzone Mobile, and maybe some of these players will stick around when Warzone Mobile comes out. Mainly the people that can't really run Warzone Mobile because their phones can't really handle it. I think if they release it sooner rather than later, then that is a good thing. They shouldn't release it so soon to the point where it's extremely buggy, because then no one's really going to take it seriously. But they got to get things in gear, because right now, if they release it, really the only competition is going to be Project Bloodstrike. And I think, honestly, if you had both of these games side by side, it would be like a 50-50. 50% of the people would prefer Combat Master Battle Royale, and 50% of the people would prefer Project Bloodstrike. I might even have to do like a full comparison between these two games because, yeah, they're both really, really good, and you can't really choose one over the other, right? Now, I do think when Warzone Mobile comes out, it's going to be a lot tougher if Combat Master decides to wait that long. I don't think they would wait that long, but like, don't release it 1 week before Warzone Mobile, because then you only have 1 week to try to gather as many players as you can, and then you're probably not going to maximize the potential of the game, right? Now, I am a little bit worried because I know a lot of people are super excited about Battle Royale and Combat Master, but I don't really understand how it's going to work in this game, you know, because Combat Master is all about the ridiculous close quarters combat that you see in this video right now. It is ridiculous. It is crazy. There is nonstop action. You hardly go 5 seconds without having somebody shooting at you, right? So what the heck is a Battle Royale going to be like in this game? Are you going to be running and spamming your sliding and jumping and doing it the same way that you do in regular multiplayer, in Arms Race and stuff like that? Or is it going to be very, very different? I don't really know. I mean, I'm sure the people that are developing this game have tested it out and they fully know what to do to release this to be successful, but I think people need to understand that this game is going to require a very different train of thought than you have for Arms Race and the regular Combat Master game mode and all of these other types of things. You can play Combat Master as a bit of a preparation for regular Battle Royale, but I don't really think it's the best preparation at all because it's a mini Battle Royale game mode, and you get 3 lives. They're basically in the same maps that you already have in regular maps, and I don't really know. I don't really think that's the best, like, comparison to regular Battle Royale in this game. I think the map is probably going to be a decent size, but I don't necessarily think the map in Combat Master Battle Royale is going to be as big as other games that we've played in the past, like PUBG Mobile Battle Royale, Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale, even Warzone Mobile, Bloodstrike. I think Combat Master Battle Royale is and should be smaller, and then that way they can kind of capitalize on that more chaotic thing that's, like, so fitting to this game. If you make it so massive, and then you have it, like, where you go many minutes at a time without seeing a single player, like you have in PUBG, for instance, then I think a lot of people are not really going to want to play it because all of these people are used to that characteristic crazy vibe that the regular Combat Master has. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe you guys have a completely different opinion, and you can feel free to let me know down below in the comments your personal opinion on what you would like. What I would love to just basically see with this Battle Royale is kind of like taking some of the issues that other Battle Royale games have and then capitalizing on them, putting them into this game, and just making it a really solid alternative to all of the other games that we have right now. Don't make it too similar to Warzone Mobile, but make it similar enough to where people can, you know, decide to play this game instead of Warzone Mobile if they get bored, but make it different enough to where people might want to actually have both games on their phone. If you make it too similar, then people are going to choose one over the other, and I think people are going to choose Warzone Mobile more often than not. Maybe not me. You know, I might choose Combat Master over Warzone Mobile. Who really knows, right? And I have the space on my phone to have multiple different games at once, and I'll make videos on multiple games. I would literally make videos, Bloodstrike, Combat Master, Battle Royale, and Warzone Mobile back-to-back. You know, no issues to me, right? But for an average player, they might only have one of the 3, and you just have to make it differentiated enough to where people would actually have both types of games, just like they probably will still have Call of Duty Mobile once they download Warzone Mobile. I don't think a lot of people are just going to delete Call of Duty Mobile, for instance, when Warzone Mobile comes out. That's just my personal opinion, but one thing I would love to see Combat Master do is capitalize on the offline modes that it has right now. In case you didn't know, Combat Master Mobile is one of the best offline games right now. If you want to play a first-person shooter up in the sky when you're flying on a plane and you have no internet, look no further than Combat Master. It's pretty much one of the best things because you have all of the same game modes that you have in regular online multiplayer, just offline. It just puts you up against bots, and the bots are really, really difficult to fight against. It feels like you're fighting against real players. Sometimes they're even better than real players. They, like, always know where you are, and they instantly laser you. It's really intense, right? I could probably make an entire video where I play against bots, and people wouldn't even really realize until I told them, like, halfway through, right? So what I think the developers of Combat Master should do is really capitalize on this aspect because it's unique. You don't see it in many other first-person shooters at all. Most games literally require you to have an internet connection to even open it up. I mean, my God, Warzone Mobile right now literally requires you to have a VPN, connect to Australia, a stable internet. There's like 10 different steps you need to do. Combat Master, you can turn on airplane mode and play the game and have a great time, right? So you should add different game modes that are like maybe exclusive to offline and allow a lot more customizability for custom maps in offline. Take a look at Brutal Strike and what are the other games? I don't know. There's a lot of other games. Special Forces Group 2 and Special Forces Group 3, for instance. There is tons of customizability in those offline game modes. You can literally customize everything from the gravity to the damage of your weapons to exactly what types of weapons you want. And, you know, maybe farther down the line, you can make it so there's actually a full-on map editor. I don't know if they want to go that route. That might not be something that the developers want to do. But Brutal Strike has that, for instance. You can literally create your own maps and then upload them, and then people can play on your own custom maps. I don't think that's something that would come to Combat Master. I don't want to get people's hopes up. But just imagine, that would be really freaking cool. You could create your own custom maps. You know, you could, like, add all of the maps from Call of Duty Mobile to this one, and then they just have to, like, kind of work around the legal thing by just saying, like, hey, it's a fan-made one. It's a fan-made map. I didn't make it. You know, the developers didn't do it. It's the fans. So shouldn't be any issues. And, you know, maybe that's a difficult hurdle to go over, and that's why they're not doing it. And, you know, there could also be, like, pretty difficult and sticky situations that they could get into if people start putting some negative symbols and maps and other stuff like that and bad words and things like that. And you probably get where I'm going. Maybe they don't want to go that route, but that's just another way to differentiate themselves from, like, all of these other games. And I think if Combat Master continues to differentiate itself, then it really has a great future ahead of it. They should continue to add more maps, more weapons, different game modes. They should continue to improve the bugs, and they should never take away the movement that the game has right now. Maybe they think, oh, you know, we're just keeping the movement as it is right now, but we're going to eventually switch it to a more Call of Duty-styled movement. That would be a bad thing. Keep the ability to spam the slide button and the jump button, because that has been so characteristic to this game since day one. Keep all of the things that people know and remember from Combat Master ever since day one. Maybe capitalize on these pumpkin hunt and Easter egg hunt game modes and stuff like that with leaderboards and challenges and other stuff like that. There's just so much potential to Combat Master, and I really think over the next couple of months, that's pretty much going to make or break this game. 6 months from now, you're either going to have a wildly successful mobile game that's going to compete with everything from Valorant Mobile to Warzone Mobile to all the other games that couldn't even stand the test of time, like Apex Legends Mobile, right? Or you might have a game that's pretty much the exact same as it is right now, and you might get a lot of comments from people just saying, oh, they're not really doing a whole lot. Where the heck is Battle Royale? It's been 6 months. I hope it's going to be the first thing instead of the second thing, but you never really know. I guess you can come back to this video 6 months from now and see what happens. See what happens with the whole direction of this game, and let's just hope it is a good direction. But I guess that's basically it. I don't really think there's too much else to go into talking about the whole future of this game. As I said, I think Battle Royale is coming pretty soon. I don't necessarily think it's going to be coming right away when the new update comes out. They could entirely surprise us. You know, I'm not saying that's completely out of the question, but I do think at least in a few weeks from now, we're going to have Battle Royale, right? And then I think they should try to capitalize on some of the other things like offline, maybe adding some new maps, maybe an ice-themed map, because there's not really an ice or snow-themed map yet in this game, if I'm not mistaken. And just some other stuff. I don't really know. There's a lot of stuff that you could add to the game, and maybe you guys could comment down below your opinions on what you would like added to Combat Match. So the developers, they do watch my videos. I do know that. They can go down below in the comments and they can see what you guys have to say. But yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe down below, and I'll see you all in the next episode.